Whenever somebody was dealing with some form of sickness, whenever there was suffering, they would attribute the suffering to sin. You remember they were saying that the iniquities of your father will go down through the third and fourth generation. Well, the disciples thought that this man was born blind because of the sins that his parents committed. But can I tell you that Jesus cleared up the record? Amen. Jesus cleared up the record. Jesus said, this man has not sinned. His parents have not sinned. Which brings me to a question. And the question is, what happened? Why is he born blind? But before I get there, can I tell you that even though all sin leads to suffering, all suffering is not because of sin? Haven't got a witness there? You missed that. I think I got to back up and say that again. All sin leads to suffering, but all suffering is not because of sin. So, well, preacher, what do you mean? What do you mean by that statement you just made? I'm glad you asked. The question is, why was this man born blind? Can I suggest to you that it was God's fault? Yeah, it was God's fault. Question is, what happened when it's God's fault? You may be saying, well, me losing my job, that wasn't because I did nothing wrong. No, it was God's fault. You mean to tell me that the reason I can't get a job is not because it's my fault? No, it's God's fault. You mean to tell me that the reason I'm going through hell in my marriage is really not because of me or my husband? No, it's not because of you or your husband, but because it's God's fault. Now, I know that's messing some of you up today, because we are so accustomed to hearing that we got to pay for whatever we're going through. And even though that may be true, it's not true in this text on today. We discover that Jesus said, this man did not sin. Jesus said, it's my fault. I caused him to be blind.